Okay, I'm trying something new with the whole camera angle thing. So what happened was I was actually gonna go film on my porch where I normally do, and I walked out the door and the dogs were going crazy as usual. So the sun is shining bright, it's a lovely day, and I thought I'll just film in the kitchen. So anyway, this video is actually part 3 of my series on answers to common questions that I get about our grocery budget. And today I thought I would talk to you about fast food a little bit and eating out in general. So first question is, of course, do you eat fast food? And of course we eat fast food. If you head to the website at thefundamentalhome.com, you will see that I do menu plans. Usually when I do a video with a grocery haul, I'll put a menu plan with it. But one of the key tenets, if you watch my video on my grocery shopping process, and I'm gonna go ahead and link it up here because I think a lot of folks have not seen that particular video. I actually show in the video how I go about creating a menu plan. And one of the key tenets to my system is that when you actually sit down and plan out your meal plan, you actually write down all of the dates that you need to do, and I do a bi-weekly, so I do for 2 weeks. And then the very first thing that you want to do is take out your calendar and look at your calendar and put down on those dates that you just wrote down any of the activities that you have coming up that may interfere with your ability to menu plan well. So for instance, this particular menu plan, if you go and look at it, it's the one that I did for $60. I'll link right here to the grocery haul for you if you haven't seen it, and that way you'll know what the grocery haul is and the menu plan that goes with it. Anyway, if you look at that, you'll see in parentheses, and I think it's even italicized, the activities that we have coming up. And we have our revival coming up in the next 2 weeks at our church. And in addition to that, like our revival is there's Sunday, which is a regular church day. It's still revival, but that doesn't really change what I regularly schedule for. Monday is our homeschool co-op, and I have revival in the evening. So it's important for me to write that down because I need to be able to plan, okay, I'm going to be busy all day and worn out, and then I'm gonna have revival at night, so I'm gonna need some energy left. That's probably a good day for a crock pot meal. I have no idea what I've planned on that day. I didn't look at it before I came and did this video. So whatever it is, I have something simple. I know for sure those days I'm planning simple things. The next day, I actually have a follow-up doctor's appointment. So I have that in the day, and then of course in the evening, more revival. And so because I have to travel again for my doctor's appointment, again I'm gonna be busy. So again, I had to plan something simple for my dinner meal. Now, all of that being said, I did plan out all of the meals, and I cannot remember on this particular, oh, I do. Mom's Night Out is actually tonight. I don't know why I forgot about that. Mom's Night Out for my homeschool group is tonight. And for tonight's Mom's Night Out, we are all going to a restaurant. And so that is on my menu plan. However, because my mom is in town, I had planned to, I'd put it on the list thinking maybe I'll go, I'm not sure if I'll go, and I also planned a meal. But I'm actually not gonna go, but just in case I had it on there, and that helps me not only to be able to plan for my grocery budget, but also our entertainment budget, which is what we use for eating out. But if you look at our other menu plans, you will see that occasionally we will plan to eat out. I know for sure I've done a menu plan with someone's birthday, and on everyone's birthday, a lot of times we try to plan to eat out somewhere. And if not, if we don't plan to eat out, we do plan to make their favorite meal here. So it just kind of depends on where the budget is at that point. You know what I mean? If it's super tight, we're gonna make something here. And if we have the extra money, we might go out. So it just kind of depends on how things go. But we do try to plan ahead. And I do try to plan it on the days that I know we're gonna be super busy and things are crazy. So if we had extra money, believe me, on the day of co-op and revival, I probably would have chosen to eat out something. But anyway, so that's how we normally do it. Does that mean that we never eat out on the spur of the moment? No, that does not mean that. But we don't do it frequently because clearly we can't afford it. We do have our entertainment budget, but that covers all of our entertainment. And so we really have to limit when we eat out in total. The thing about eating out is we always, it doesn't matter whether we eat out or not, we're always going to be frugal in our choices. So even if we are eating out, we're still sticking to like dollar menu things. If you want to know my favorite fast food deals, I'll share them with you. We love Wendy's. Wendy's, I think, is the best dollar menu deal there is. I mean, I just have no words for that. I think they're so much better than the other restaurants that have dollar menu meals. And in addition to that, we have a key tag, which I talk about in one of my blog posts. I'll link, it's actually about things that we buy for Christmas, because they got their key tags last year at Christmas, and they'd gotten it the year before at Christmas. It was around Christmas time they start selling the key tags. So I'll link down here if you want to check that out in the description box. But anyway, so Wendy's is one of our favorite places. We have a couple of Asian places that we enjoy going, and really when we're eating out, we're really trying to get something different than what we eat at home. So Asian usually works out well because I don't make a ton of it at home, at least not as well as I'd like to, right? So there is a local Asian buffet that we like to go to at lunchtime, because we will not go there for dinner or on the weekend, but we will go during the week for lunch, and they charge, I think, $5.99 per person, and we get water to drink, so that's free. And I will say this too, when we go dollar menu at Wendy's, we all get water to drink, and it's free, and they kind of know us, so they know we're getting water, and it's not weird. So that's that. And of course, we have to go to places where there's a gluten-free option if Ricky's with us. Asian, Ricky knows what things he can have at the Asian restaurant that don't have soy sauce. And there is a particular Asian restaurant that we enjoy going to that the soy sauce that they use is different from all other Asian restaurants. And I don't know if it's actually technically a soy sauce, but whatever it is, the sauce that they use actually does not contain wheat. So that is a really great place to go, and we enjoy going there too. And they're inexpensive as well. I think it's $4.99 or $5.99 per plate. So really inexpensive when you're talking about feeding big boys. You gotta have it takes a number of dollar menu items to fill them up. So anyway, that's those places. I also like, another one of my favorite inexpensive places is Long John Silver. Can't go there too often, but they have a $1.99. It's chicken, or no, you can either have chicken and fries, and it has hush puppies with it, or fish and fries and hush puppies. And that's just like a little something. I mean, you know, if you were to go to a convenience store, gas station, and get like a protein bar, it might be healthier, but you would pay more for it, was basically the point of that. So, I mean, you're paying $1.99 for quite a bit, and of course you get water with it, and that's free. So there's that. Those are the kinds of things that we do if we eat out on the spur of the moment. It's usually something that's really inexpensive. I think there's a video of me and Brianna that we had gone to pick up Ricky, and we had gotten Frosties, and the one Frosty, they had them on sale for 50 cents, and I had the key tag and got one for free. And so, you know, these are, no matter what we do, we're trying to do it in the most frugal way possible. Occasionally, very, very rarely, we will go to some local restaurants, and they are still within the $5 to $7 per person range. We really keep it tight when we go out. We don't go anywhere expensive. My children have not been to Olive Garden, and certainly not with me. I don't know if they've been with anyone else, but we haven't gone to any restaurant that's even remotely bigger than that. I mean, we really keep it to the smallest margins, even when we're eating out. So, but we do like to go out because we don't want to just be, you know, it gets dull. And I don't want to give the impression to you that we're not normal, that we're like always rigid and sticklers and all of that. Like, we never ever budge from our budget, and we're just always this way, and like it's always perfection or anything. Don't get that impression. Please don't. We do have to stick to a tight budget. I mean, just flat out, these are the numbers that I give you, and we have to stay within that range. But like I said, we do occasionally go out, but even when we do, we still are limited. It just depends on how much money we have. We're still not going to go crazy, and we have goals. So to me, it's just not worthwhile to throw aside your goals just to eat fast food. You know, you can't help but think of the biblical comparisons. You know, so many times in the Bible, people threw away things that were really important over food, right? So Adam and Eve, obviously, throw everything away over fruit. And then of course there's Jacob and Esau, and he gave up his birthright for pottage. So I mean, you really have to watch that you're not, the fast food thing seems kind of tempting in the moment, but you really have to ask yourself, what am I throwing away for this thing that I'm purchasing? You know, one of the things that we really enjoy is coffee, Rick and I do. And we have to not go out and purchase coffee all the time. I mean, really. Rick drinks just plain black coffee, so he doesn't have to have fancy coffees. I do enjoy the occasional fancy coffee, but you know, you can't do that all the time. And it adds up quickly. And it's not filled with nutrients. So to me, that's kind of blowing it. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I want to just completely never have any amusement or never have any fun. But I try to schedule it. Like I said, my friends and I have a mom's coffee night once a month. So once a month, I got it scheduled in, coffee night. And if I can afford it, I get me a nice cup of coffee. And if I can't, then I'll get me a little cup of tea. I'll get something. But basically, it's really a time to go enjoy friends is really what it's more about. But same thing with the kids, you know, they have a lot of times where they have different activities with their homeschool group, you know, or they'll have something with the church and they'll have to bring money and do something for that. And we don't say, no, you can't go. It's not in our budget. You know, we'll move things around and do what we can to try to make sure they can go and have a good time. So, and I actually think that helps to stay on your regular budget. Do you know what I mean? Because if you were just filled with despair at sitting and, oh, we're so poverty stricken and we can't ever do anything, that makes it so much harder to stay on your regular budget versus when you can occasionally go out and do something that's different, and then that's refreshing. You know, that's a time of enjoyment, a time to be together, and then you can go back and live on your regular budget and it's not a chore. It's like, yes, we had a good time, and now great, we can go back and eat at home and be on our budget and really think about the good time that we had at the restaurant the last time that we went. So anyway, so that, I hope, answers all of the questions about eating out and fast food. Yes, we do it. We do it. We try to keep it on the schedule. We really, even when we go, try to keep it tight, and we try to remember that we have some goals and that eating out is not worth trashing all of that. You know, we put a lot of effort into it, and you can blow a budget with a family our size in no time. You can just blow it in no time. So anyway, that's it. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you ask them in the comments below. I have a playlist of all of my videos that I've done on questions about my grocery budgeting. I'll link that playlist up here if you want to check that out. And make sure, if you have not joined our Frugal Family Food Facebook group, there's a link also in the description box. In that group, we have talked about fast food frequently. And we talk also about encouraging people in different other grocery budgeting questions. It's a great group. There's over 2,000 members there and growing all the time. So you definitely want to go check that out. If you are not already a member, you want to go join that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.